Distributive property. In math, distributive property says that the sum of two or more addends multiplied by a number gives you the same answer as distributing the multiplier, multiplying each addend separately, and adding the products together. Distributive property is one of the most used properties in mathematics. It is used to simplify and solve multiplication equations by distributing the multiplier to each number in the parentheses and then adding those products together to get your answer. There are only 3 steps to using the distributive property method to solve equations. Distributive property connects 3 basic mathematical operations in 2 pairings, multiplication and addition, and multiplication and subtraction. The distributive property states that for real numbers a, b, and c, 2 conditions are always true. A times b plus c equals a times b plus a times c. A times b minus c equals a times b minus a times c. Distributive property of multiplication. The distributive property is the same as the distributive property of multiplication, and it can be used over addition or subtraction. Here are examples of the distributive property of multiplication at work. For the addition side, we have 9 times 10 plus 5 becomes 9 times 10 plus 9 times 5. This works out to 125. For the subtraction side, we have 7 times 30 minus 7. This becomes 7 times 30 minus 7 times 7. This works out to be 161. Distributive property of division. The distributive property does not apply to division in the same sense as it does with multiplication, but the idea of distributing or splitting up can be used in division. The distributive law of division can be used to simplify division problems by breaking apart or distributing the numerator into smaller amounts to make the division problem easier to solve. Instead of trying to solve 125 divided by 5, you can use the distributive law of division to simplify the numerator and turn this one problem into 3 smaller, easier division problems that you can solve much easier. 125 divided by 5 becomes 50 divided by 5 plus 50 divided by 5 plus 25 divided by 5. You end up with 10 plus 10 plus 5, which gives you 25. 125 divided by 5 equals 25. Here is an example problem that may help you to understand the power of the distributive property. Let's say that you buy 9 boxed lunches for the members of Math Club at $7.90 each. Using the mental math, how much should you be reimbursed for the lunches? You notice that $7.90 is only 10 cents away from $8. So instead of trying to do 9 times $7.90, you do 9 times $8 minus 10 cents. Using the distributive property, this becomes 9 times $8 minus 9 times 10 cents. 9 times $8 is $72, and 9 times 10 cents is 90 cents. So we have $72 minus 90 cents. The Math Club treasurer should reimburse you $71.10 for the lunches. You can also use the characteristics of the distributive property to break apart something that is too hard to do as mental math, like this example. Expand the multiplier and distribute the multiplicand to each place value. This turns into 9,000 plus 7,200 plus 360 plus 63. Now you associate or group addends for easier mental addition. Now solve until you get the answer. Distributive property algebra. In algebra, the distributive property is used to help you simplify algebraic expressions, combine like terms, and find the value of variables. This works with monomials and when multiplying 2 binomials. Here is an example. Distribute the 3 and the -1. Combine like terms. Subtract 28 from both sides. Divide both sides by 14. Here is another example of how to use the distributive property to simplify an algebraic expression. Use the distributive property. Simplify. And combine like terms. In algebra especially, you need to pay careful attention to negative signs in expressions. Finally, we have the distributive property in geometry. We can apply the distributive property to geometry when working with problems involving area of rectangles. Here we have a drawing that lacks numbers but does show a relationship. We have no idea what the width and length are, but we are told that the rectangle has an area of 65 square meters. How do we calculate width and length? We know that area is width times length, which in this case is x for the width and x plus 8 for the length, or x times x plus 8. Write down what we know. X times x plus 8 equals 65 meters squared. Now we can apply the distributive property. We distribute x to get x squared plus 8x equals 65 meters squared. Next, we convert it to a quadratic equation. Subtract to make one side equal to 0. Factor the quadratic equation. And finally, we can solve for both of the x's. We cannot have a negative number for a width or length, so the correct answer is that x, the width, is equal to 5. This means the length, x plus 8, is equal to 13.